Welcome back to Buggy's delivery service. Chapter 925 marked the beginning of Wano's second act. The chapter was among the most exciting in the whole of One Piece. Seeing Blackbeard and his crew, seeing Gecko Moria, who we haven't seen in 8 long years, seeing Mihawk, and of course this chapter also included the last two Calamity's debut, King the Wildfire and Queen the Plague. Among all the hype this chapter brought, it is easy to gloss over small details. In this video, we will be discussing one of those details. In the chapter's final page, after cutting back to Onigashima, we are introduced to King scolding Jack. The reason being that Kuri region's offerings have been low lately. This prompts King to ask Jack to follow him. With Doflamingo gone, you do know where to go for our next deal, don't you? This tells us that they have effectively replaced Doflamingo with someone who is not locked up in Impel Down. Someone who is an established name in the underworld. We believe that person to be none other than one of the 7 warlords of the sea, our master, Buggy D. Clown. The first piece of evidence that ties this theory together is the name scheming of Kaido's important crew members. King, Queen, and Jack. They're all present. But Joker needs a replacement. Who better to rise up to the occasion and work under the name of Joker than our very own jester, Buggy the Clown? This is even further foreshadowed by Buggy's new title, the Genius Jester, that he gained after the time skip as shown in chapter 803. Now, delving deeper into the situation, we see that not only does Buggy fit the theme of Kaido's Joker, he naturally also fills the role in a pragmatic sense. As we all know, Buggy has been keeping himself busy over the 2-year time skip. He has, as expected, abused and taken full advantage of his newly acquired title and power of Marine Warlord by meddling in the depths of the underworld. In chapter 803, we see Buggy celebrating Doflamingo's defeat with the rest of his crew. And rightfully so. We found out that with Doflamingo being captured, Buggy's delivery service has a monopoly on the underground war market. This statement from Buggy refers to how everyone is coming to them to acquire mercenaries, since Doflamingo's weapon trade has been compromised. However, we are sure that Kaido's crew is not in need of extra manpower. What they need is what Doflamingo was previously providing, weapons. Therefore, we speculate that Buggy has entered the weapons market and is the top arms provider in the underworld. The main reason for this speculation is that once again, in 803, we see that Hayuriden and the rest of the new giant warrior pirates have left Buggy's delivery service to join the Straw Hide Grand Fleet. This is obviously problematic as the new giant warrior pirates were the strongest mercenaries in Buggy's business. Contrary to what inattentive fans of One Piece may believe, Buggy is actually a smart guy. Over the course of the story, we have seen him scheme and think ahead in many of his monologues, allowing him to find the success he enjoys today. An example of this behavior is seen in a flashback, when Buggy tricks the Roger pirates that he has eaten the Bara Bara no Mi, when in reality he devised a plan that would allow him to fake eating the devil fruit to then sell it. Because of this, it is likely that Buggy has decided to fill in the gap in the market left by Doflamingo's fall. They don't call him the Genius Jester for nothing. His crew name of Buggy's delivery service will also make more sense if they were delivering weapons instead of mercenaries. Could this also be seen as foreshadowing? I think so. Buggy is one of the most powerful people in the underworld, meaning his connections alone could allow him to conjure up a more than decent weapons trade organization. However, we can further speculate that he will be assisted by another clown-inspired character to provide Kaido with his desired weapons, being Caesar Clown. Caesar Clown was the one who manufactured the artificial Smile devil fruits that were eventually bought and consumed by the Beast Pirates. We haven't seen the evil scientist since chapter 872, where he disappeared after getting his heart back. He presumably left Totoland flying away using his devil fruit powers. So right now, Caesar Clown could be anywhere. Considering how lucky Buggy is and how unlucky Caesar is, it wouldn't be crazy to think that he ended up on Buggy's territory and is now working for Buggy's delivery service. This idea makes more sense when you consider the fact that Kaido's crew primarily bought artificial devil fruits from Doflamingo, not conventional weaponry. This means that when King asks Jack if he knows where to go, he could be saying, "You do know where to find Caesar Clown, right?" This part of the theory is much more speculative than the rest, but would definitely fit into the story nicely if it turns out to be true. So, while on the topic of speculation, here are some story reasons to why Oda would write Buggy to be the new Joker. First of all, we know that the warlord system is on thin ice. These discussions that are being had at the Reverie have fallen upon Mihawk's ears, as seen in chapter 925. Because of this, we assume that all the other current warlords have been keeping up with the news too, including Buggy. Now accustomed to his lavish lifestyle, it would be wise to seek a Yonko's protection. That is if he wants to maintain the way things are at the moment. Another reason to make Buggy relevant in terms of the newest story arc is Shanks. With the advent of the Yonko saga, the story is more Yonko-centric than ever. Considering the fact that we have seen Shanks 3 times in the last 87 chapters, those chapters being 838, 903, and 907, Shanks is more relevant than ever. And thanks to his dialogue in 903, we know he thinks it is the right time to see Luffy. Not to mention his previous skirmishes with the current story arc villain, Kaido, and also with Blackbeard, who we just saw. It is safe to say that there is more to come from Shanks, and as we all know, wherever Shanks is, his friend Buggy is not too far behind. But we might talk more about Shanks' future in a separate video. Stay tuned. Hope you all enjoyed this theory on Buggy becoming Kaido's new Joker and weapons dealer. This theory is an updated version of our ideas discussed in our Buggy's delivery service discussion video, so if you haven't seen that one, go check it out. So, what do you think of the theory as a whole? Do you have any other ideas on who it may be instead of Buggy? What do you think of Caesar's possible involvement too? Let us know in the comments below, and please leave any questions there too. Thanks for watching. This has been Buggy's delivery service, and until next time.